we present The Orchard. These questions remain unanswered. What fate befell Betty Towbridge? Will the squire be released from prison? Will Dr. Clark be allowed to practice surgery again? Who pulled Neville from the boiling vat of cider? I shall go up to the hall and introduce myself to Lady Caroline immediately after breakfast, May.
Good idea. 1 egg or 2?
No sign of that idle postman yet. Why doesn't the letter authorising me to perform surgery again arrive?
Perhaps 1 egg, if you're going all the way up that hill. You know they slow you down.
I shall telephone. Should have done it before. Some pen pusher is probably sitting with it in their out tray.
No, don't telephone, Nick.
Oh, why ever not?
You'll look too eager.
Nonsense.
Desperate.
Well,
You're too important.
Well, there is that.
I used to be a typist before we married. Let me telephone and say I'm your secretary.
My secretary? Yes. Yes, I like the idea. Well done, May. I can always rely on you.
Yes, Nick. Always.
You dropped my egg.
Bang, 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 bang. The gun went off. The bad man was dead. The town is safe. Grandel took the girl in his arms and... Come on, Tam. You know that word. Kiss? Yes. Oh, Tam, no! Why not? Didn't I rescue you from the side of that violin? And Mr. Neville too, and haven't I not told nobody about it, though I don't know why it must be secret. It would destroy Neville's fragile self-confidence if he knew you'd dragged him out. Better he thinks that I saved him. Don't I deserve 1 kiss, then? But what about the teacher-pupil relationship? Yes, please. I'd love that. No, I mean, it's against the law. Finish this now.
The end.
Well,
Forgive me trespassing upon your time, Lady Caroline, but as the local doctor I thought I ought to introduce myself.
Why?
Well, if ever you need a doctor's aid,
I don't believe I need a doctor's aid.
Perhaps I may examine your daughter while I'm here.
I hope you're not one of those people who believe in the national health business. It's absolute nonsense, examining everyone for free whether they need it or not.
Oh, no, I'm a man of principle. I would not allow anyone to be examined by me who could not pay.
What's that?
It's a pickled hand.
Oh, fascinating. Nice change from flowers. Put it on the mantelpiece. It's a neat cut. That finger's been sewn back, hasn't it?
Yes, indeed it has, Lady Caroline.
Seems to me you're the right man for this village. I'm looking for a doctor of the right type.
Well, if you put yourself in my hands,
Certainly not. I have my own physician in Heidelthorpe.
Ah, well, Heidelthorpe?
Oh, yes. I know all about you, Dr. Clark. And what happened to that woman you operated on in Heidelthorpe Hospital.
I can explain.
No need. I think they treated you very shabbily.
Really?
Of course. It is by making mistakes that we learn. You won't make that mistake again, surely?
Oh, indeed not, no. There are dozens of mistakes I shall never make again. I'm probably one of the safest surgeons in the country.
Napplewick needs its own cottage hospital, and I intend to found one. 3 doctors, a dozen nurses, and a surgeon on top.
On top?
Are you the man I'm looking for to be on top?
I am.
You are authorised to practice again?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Good. I shall need to see the letter, but after that formality, the position is yours. I can't thank you enough. There are too many poor people in this county, Dr. Clark. This national health system will encourage them to increase and slow down their natural rate of decrease. I like to think any poor patient who comes under your knife will... Well,
I quite understand, Lady Caroline. I quite agree.
Splendid. Bring me the letter of authorization as soon as you may.
Yes, of course.
Dr. Clark, thank you for the pickled hand. Very thoughtful. Alison, is it true? I'm sorry, Tony. It was her, yes. What happened? Well, the police called, said they'd found a body. I thought I'd better have a look. No, I mean what happened to Mother. Well, it looks as though she slipped and fell into the water. It's because she didn't have her shoes on. Oh, what was she doing in Yodelbright? We'll never know. I wanted to be buried in this shoe. She won't fit in there, Tony. Oh, I see what you mean. If only we had the other one. Where can it be? I found this at the orchard. I'll go and look. But you've looked there so many times. That was when I was looking for Mother, not a shoe. Somebody must have it. And that someone must know what really happened to Mother. Oh, dear. I hope I'm doing the right thing. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. It's marvellous, isn't it? Just us, counting the apples. Yes, Jeff. 86. 87. We're over the worst now. The cider is bringing in a healthy profit. The hotel wants as many apple surprises as we can make. 88. And the squire is in prison for trying to burn the orchard down. They'll throw the book at him. We're going to need more staff. 89. We have enough. 90. 91. We don't. 92. We do. Why, Jeff? Why 100 times? Why? 93. Because those Bidderdale boys have a reputation, that's why. I've been asking about Tim and Tom. Well, they seem okay. And I don't know about Tam. But I don't trust the other one. What's his name? He's perfectly harmless. Well, don't let names fool you. I won't have him on my land. Our land. Our land. 90. Oh, thump. 1, 2. Now you have a regular wage. We'll be able to afford some luxuries, Colin. Oh, yes, indeed, Felicity. You know what we said we would have when we could afford to? We said we'd extend our tiny family. Oh, did we? Extend it? Oh, dear. Tonight, Colin, I want you to be prompt. Prompt? We shall need to clear a corner of the kitchen. Really? Surely upstairs. And have it on the bed? Well, don't other people? I've no idea about other people, Colin, but I want it on the kitchen floor. Yes, dear. But the bed would be... I won't have it on the bed, Colin. There will be hairs everywhere, and a kitchen floor is much easier to mop. It's lino. Yes, dear. I thought beside the boiler, where it will be warm. Warm, definitely, yes. And tomorrow we can go and buy a basket. A basket? For the little dog to sleep in. Oh, dog. Ah, yes, I remember now. You wanted a dog. Oh, my. Stop being so silly, Colin. Go to work. You're in my good books at the moment. You want to stay in them, don't you? Oh, yes, indeed, Felicity. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Neville, over here, in the cell. I know, Dad. How are you? Locked up. What are you doing about it? I've been to see Mr. Mounthaven. I've told him everything. He's sure he can get you off. He's a good man. Though you might have to serve a year or two just to show willing. I'm not willing. Didn't you give Norris £10? Yes, but he says it's too late now the paperwork has gone up. Damn the man. Why didn't you give him £10 when I was first arrested? I was in the hospital, Dad, at Yodelbright. I had a bang to the head. If I went to hospital every time I had a bang on the head, I'd never get anything done. What's that mad sister of mine been up to? She sacked Mrs. Bidderdale, wrote the vicar's sermon for him, and she's founding a cottage hospital. Still finding her feet, eh? Any word on demolishing the north wing? No. Oh, there will be. You wait and see. It's a good job you're on the premises. For all her bluster, while you're living there, I still have a claim on that place, and it's greater than hers. Ah, yes, about that. Now, listen. There's a secret drawer in my desk. Turn the inkwell and it opens. My diary is in there. On no account let her get her claws on it. You understand? Yes, Dad, but no buts. Off you go. And tell Mounthaven to get over here and see me. Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, but Jeff is so adamant. I need to work, Mrs. Picton. Why don't you call me Miriam? If I can't work here, I'll have to go and look for work somewhere else. Call me Miriam. I only haven't 'cause you said there'd be work here. Not that that's why I saved your life, obviously.
Do you want a cup of tea and some chitter-chatter?
Sorry?
I've got a lovely bunch of onions.
I better go, Mrs. Picton, before I do something I regret.
Call me Miriam, what? What might you do with your regret?
Have one of them onions you mentioned. I do like 'em, but they do repeat.
Dash it all! This orchard is mine as well as Jep's. I am giving you a job right now. You see that line of trees from here down to the gate?
That be one tree that's fallen over.
Oh, it must have happened in the fire. Oh, well, chop it up, make things, do what needs to be done. Take your shirt off if you get hot.
Thing is, it's best, if it's not in the way, to leave it there to rot. That's nature's way.
I don't want to do things nature's way. I want to do them my way.
Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Oh, fiddle. There we are. That's the letter Nick deserved to have. That's the letter he should have had. Good job I haven't lost my typing speed. There's no reason for anybody to check, and it's not like there's going to be any more accidents. Just put that in the original envelope. Stick it down. Ooh, I better smudge the postmark. There. Nick will be none the wiser. Just like when I used to retype all those medical records.
May, I'm home. Did you ring the medical board?
No need. Look, the letter's come.
Splendid. Let me see.
I'm sure it's good news.
One never knows with these people, May. But it's more important now than ever that I am authorized to carry out surgery again. Dear Nick, rather informal, we are pleased to inform you that you are now able to perform surgery just like you used to. You are completely exonerated. Signed, Professor Bartlett Cordite. That's strange. He died 6 months ago.
Oh, did he? I didn't know.
I must have forgotten to tell you. You know what this means, don't you, May?
No.
It means he had this letter prepared all this time. He had faith in me. He knew one day he'd be able to send it.
Oh, yes, that must be right.
Now, at last, they were able to send it to me. Lady Caroline is going to build a cottage hospital.
Oh.
And she wants me to be in charge.
Oh.
It'll be operation after operation after operation, May. Just like the good old days. Better.
Oh, wonderful.
Lady Caroline is a fine woman. A fine, fine, fine woman.
Oh.
What's your old typewriter doing here?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, never mind. Clear it out of the way. Nearly time for supper.
Thank you for coming to see me, Mr. Mounthaven.
It's a pleasure, Lady Caroline. If I may sit down. No, I'll have to stand.
You've been handling the family's affairs for some years.
Indeed.
Naturally, you're organising my brother's defence.
Indeed.
Read this diary.
Tuesday. Ate some toast. Blah, blah, blah. Butter isn't as yellow as it used to be. Blah, 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 blah. Umbrella will not come down. Smashed it against the wall. Blah, blah. Ate some toast. Good heavens! The entries amid these banalities, which I did not read out, are explosive. A frank admission of the appleworm business. And the arson.
Exactly. Now you know you can't win. Why not help me?
To do what?
Secure my right of succession, and help me obtain the land I need to build my cottage hospital.
The orchard will not sell.
Not the orchard, that was my brother's dream. It is the heart of the village. It is a lost cause. No, I want the Bidderdales farmhouse and all their land. I want them destroyed. I want that old man living in a ditch for what he did to my mother?
That's a pickled hand.
You have been listening to The Orchard, the everyday stories of country fruit. What secret is Alison keeping from Tony? What wrong did old Jed Bidderdale do to Lady Caroline's mother? Will the squire ever be released from prison? Will things ever be the same again for Miriam and Jeff? The writer this week is Norman Lebastable Hetherington, the fruitery consultant is Professor Max Gravito, and the editors are Silas Haverstock and Pastel Finch. The Orchard is set in a non-specified geographical location. And now another edition of our popular comedy series starring Alfred Cockle in Do Me a Favour,